All right, guys, here on the Fire Sports Pod, where everything we do here is fire. You guys know the drill. I'm your host, Zach Jackson. Here on my show is my guest host and my co-host, finally back on the show. He had a little bit of a hiatus for some personal reasons, but Matt is coming on.
I was on personal leave. Sorry, guys. I had some unfortunate events happen. I had to deal with that, but now I'm back, and I hope to stay as consistent as I can. I want to be consistent. It's just life gets in the way sometimes, but I should be the example of never stop swinging, keep fighting always and keep coming back when you can.
Hell yeah. All right, brother. So let's go we got a quick show, not a quick show, but we got a simple show, I should say. But at the same time, it's
more of a calm day, I would say.
Yeah. But first up, we do have, we're going to be going over Caitlin Clark's cheap shots that have been happening. And we're going to go take a deep dive on why we think that this is a reason for retaliation for Caitlin Clark's situation or all the stars that are in there. And then our second segment, we're going to go over the NHL Finals matchup. But again, this is Recap Monday. And as always, we will recap what happened in the sports world over the last weekend. Obviously, we can't get to everything, but if you guys want to know more stuff that is going around the leagues and the sports world, just tune into my TikTok, Instagram, and YouTube Shorts, and that will take care of all that. All right, guys, let's get right into it. We're currently 1 minute, 30 seconds into the show, and we're just going to present some things when it comes to Caitlin Clark. So, Matt, before I'll give you the floor here, what are your first thoughts on what's been happening with Caitlin Clark, and you think there should be some change?
I think there's a lot of jealousy amongst women right now because, let's be honest here, we're guys. I mean, I think we know a little bit about the female nature, that they are very much the jealous type when something, seems to have a little more razzazz, than usual. And that's what Caitlin Clark brings to the table. She brings that wow factor, that it factor. She brought it from college, from being at Iowa, and now she's with the Indiana Fever. And now she's at the very top in terms of being in the United States at a high level for basketball. And she's changing the sport. I mean, she's bringing in more money than they've ever really seen. I mean, there's way more viewership. People are going to the games, and the players are getting jealous. And we've been seeing that on the court. It's very, very clear that there is a deep personal hatred towards Caitlin Clark because she's so much more different than she just stands out. I mean, it's just plain and simple.
So let me add on to that. We had some comments in the chat. One of our people that are in the chat, followers, they said they are so annoying for trying to bring her down and bash her talent. Then he said former WNBA players and current WNBA players don't understand that she's actually helping them back on the map. And that's exactly what I was about to say. They are helping. And that's the crazy thing, is they don't understand that Taurasi said it before she got drafted. Oh, well, she hasn't been played in the grown woman stage. She's just been in college, blah, 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 blah. But you have to look at what she's done and how much. Did you hear that they are actually having, I believe, private jets or private whatever for all WNBA teams? And that is basically because of her and how much money she's bringing to the WNBA and to teams themselves. And it's ridiculous on how much she's helping the league. And LeBron actually said it himself. And I know we talk a lot about LeBron and how he's always in his way. He speaks his mind. Sometimes he speaks it too much, and sometimes he puts his foot in his mouth. But when it comes to this day and age, he's right. He gave Caitlin Clark her flowers, saying that, well, she deserves what she's gotten, and she's put the work in. It's not like she just appeared out of epiphany and said, all right, now I have this, I have that. She's worked her asses off to be there. And LeBron said it great. The way he said it, it's just like, you got to respect her. She's doing well for the game. And if you don't understand that, then maybe you shouldn't be playing that game. And then on top of that, he also said with Bronny, and just the criticism that he's getting on that side of things is kind of similar to what Caitlin Clark. All right, well, but Bronny has a little bit different because that's LeBron James' son. But
I feel like with Bronny, he's got more. Bronny. I don't hate Bronny. I don't hate LeBron at all. but I do feel like there is definitely some sort of nepotism there. There definitely is, just because, it is LeBron's son. And I'm not taking away from the fact that he's a good player. He is a player. He can ball. I think he should have stayed another year at college, though. I just wanted to add that on.
Yeah, definitely. I do agree with that, but he's not a bad player. But yeah, just the similarities between Caitlin Clark, and she's getting very disrespected for getting into the league and having all the money and doing all these things, and all these players, even Angel Reese. I had a lot of respect for Angel Reese, but when I saw her laughing and getting all crazy hype when her player is literally cheap shocking Caitlin Clark and decking her to the floor, is just unbearable. Another comment that we had on our live. Statistics will show at the end of the season how much more money she actually helps the league. The jump is crazy in viewership, sales, and jersey sales. You're definitely correct.
She's got her own shoe deal too.
She does have her own shoe deal, which is crazy. So yeah, you just have you got to see how Caitlin Clark has transcended the league.
Me and you both might end up with Caitlin Clark's at some point.
Well, I already got Sabrina's, bro.
Oh shit! Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
I've already got Sabrina and Nescu shoes. Those are one of the best basketball shoes I've ever had.
You're gonna get a gonna get another WNBA shoe.
Oh yeah, I told
it's gonna be someone different. Look at this. It's a whole new generation.
Yeah.
A whole new system that is gonna be on the map, and it's great.
Yeah. And I did tell the lady at Foot Locker when I was trying to get to Sabrina's, I was like, yo, when she comes out with Caitlin Clark's, I don't give a shit what anybody says. I'm getting those shoes. I don't care if she's a woman. Doesn't matter to me. As long as they're good basketball sneakers, they look cool and they feel good, I'm sold. It's all about that. That's all I got there. But yeah, Caitlin Clark, we had a lot of issues with this, and it's been over the past couple, and it was also in college too. You saw it, but it's not as bad as it is now in the NBA, in the WNBA. When Taurasi said that, she kind of put everything in the a nail in the coffin there. And also, not to mention, the guy said in the chat, the Big Three by Ice Cube offered Clark $5 million for 10 games to play this summer. That's crazy. That just shows Ice Cube knows and sees
He
recognize how good she is and how much she's helped the league.
How much she brings, what she bring. He's able to recognize how much she can really bring to the table, and it's quite amazing to see.
Promising.
It's promising.
Yeah, it's promising to see how
she's getting generational wealth because she put in a lot of hard work.
Hell yeah.
She outworked a lot of people, even a lot of men.
Yeah, definitely.
Guys, I mean, people that live in where I'm from, she would whoop them. She probably would whoop me and Zach,
Yeah, I would never say whoever's in the WNBA or in the NBA would always whip me.
These guys are pros. Like they just do it. They just repetition. It's just like, they'll shoot 100 free throws, and like some of these girls, I'm sure they'll make at least 80 or 90 of them.
Yeah, that's what's great. But not to mention, Aiden, what's up, man? Thanks for liking all my thanks for liking the live. Don't forget to share, like, and drop a follow. But yeah, I mean, it is what it is. The WNBA has changed drastically ever since Caitlin Clark literally entered college, and now you look at it now, and the Fever are one of the worst teams in the WNBA, and they are sold out every game.
They're sold out every game.
They've sold out.
Ticket sales are like $200.
Yeah, it's ridiculous. Like he said, it's going to go up, it's going to go down, but the ticket sales right now for Caitlin Clark and the WNBA are just going higher and higher and higher and higher and higher.
I'm sure same thing with Angel Reese with the Chicago Sky. I mean,
but she gets a lot of backlash because of the stuff that she did with Caitlin Clark in college, and now
it's shit talking. It was a national championship.
No, not that, but also getting up and celebrating that her teammate decked Caitlin Clark last couple nights ago. And
they don't even hate each other.
No, I know that, but it's just
the era.
It sounds a little weird. But Aiden said WNBA players will whoop the average dude in basketball, and I believe so. I think most WNBA players, if not all of them, would whip any average basketball player.
I'm sorry, but all the casuals that say that, I'm beating a pro WNBA player by 10 points in a one's game to like 11. Like, no, you're not, bro.
Yeah, no. Then he said, another guy said, we grew up watching UConn women's team dominate for decades plus, so it was refreshing to see somebody different.
Also with UConn, you got to give credit to the coaching and the recruiting.
Oh, hell yeah.
Some of the best over there. And
both for men's and women's.
I go to St. John's. I'm in the Big East. As much as I hate UConn, I respect them so much because of the basketball program that they've built for both men's and women's.
And just the knowledge behind
just the history and knowledge. And I've had the privilege of working with national champions from UConn. So it's amazing. It really is.
It's great. One person said, or in the chat said, Messi or Ronaldo.
I'm gonna go with Messi.
Yeah, I gotta go with Messi. I'm
more of a Messi guy, especially after the World Cup last year.
Yeah. Ronaldo, I respect the shit out of Ronaldo.
Ronaldo is a GOAT too.
But I would have to go with
I feel like it's kind of like saying like Jordan or LeBron, like they're both gonna be GOATs either way.
Appreciate the gifts, guys. Thank you.
But I'm more of a Messi guy though.
Oh hell yeah. Without a doubt. I mean, just going back to the Caitlin Clark situation, it's a bit of
I feel bad for her because I know she's having a hard time. She's literally our age, like, she's around our age. She's very young, like we're young too.
Thanks for the rose.
She's got a lot of pressure. She's got a lot of wind on her shoulders.
Yeah, definitely, without a doubt. It's too.
So I just hope that she takes it and just uses it as fuel, and doesn't like take any of the backlash that she's been getting personally, because she's just got to continue doing her.
Yeah, she could say all she wants in a press conference. We don't know because we're not with her when she's off of basketball court, and we'll see if it takes a toll on her. But a lot of those times, those things do take tolls on people, especially if they are they have all the eyes of both the NBA, WNBA, and the sports world on her. She's the number one person in the world right now. I believe that she's the one that, when it comes to sports, we're worrying about Caitlin Clark, then we're worrying about the NBA Finals. We're worrying about Caitlin Clark, then we're worrying about Justin Jefferson getting a freaking multi-million-dollar deal, which is the highest paid contract in league history, non-quarterback. We're worrying about Caitlin Clark more because of just how big she is and how much she has given the revenue, the ticket sales, and all this crap to the WNBA, and not to mention the Indiana Fever. The Fever suck. So the fact that they're getting more and they actually have something to cheer about past the Pacers losing in the Eastern Conference Finals against the Celtics, it's great to see. And the fact that their sales, their arena is getting
sold out,
and packed just because of one player.
You got little kids, you got little girls, you got little boys coming up to,
and they're like 2-7 or 2-8. They suck.
Yeah, they're like, it's just like, literally, you have someone who's going to change the world right in front of us.
Yeah, without a doubt. Just the basketball world itself. But players getting physical while playing and not keeping it to basketball plays only.
Well, Zach, you got to remember, we're very global now. We live in a very technological world to where we can just broadcast things, and you can pretty much be in any country almost.
That's true.
And it's great because we remember with Michael Jordan, like how he changed basketball forever. Like the icon himself, like just the Jordan brand, like it's known in most countries too. Like,
yeah,
all of it. So like we've seen that with Jordan. We could possibly be seeing something very similar to Caitlin Clark right now with what she's bringing to the table with revenue, money, the name, image, the likeness.
But not to mention, you're forgetting one of the most talented players as well. You don't forget
it's because she has the talent and she put in the work.
Yeah, but don't forget about
she has her great college career to back it up.
Yeah, exactly. She's one of the most historic college players.
I do wish she won a national championship, though.
That would have been the icing on the cake. She probably wouldn't have been one of the top of, if not one of the top 2 of all time in NCAA basketball history for both men's and women's. She would have capped that off with a championship. But not to mention the Jordan. Don't forget, LeBron also has that too. I mean, LeBron's bag of shoes has been ridiculous. Not as much as Jordan, but it could happen. Like, Jordan is still getting bought when he has been retired for 20 plus years already. And I believe that's the same thing that's going to happen with LeBron. I think the same thing's going to happen with Steph. Those shoes are just going to keep on going and building and building and building. Same thing with Kobe's. He's gone. Rest in peace, Kobe being Bryant, but he's gone. So he's like gone. So like, and they're still going off. They just bought out over a Christmas break, the reverse Grinches. So you got to see it's revenue. It's revenuized. It's great to see. It's all about that. So I'm happy to see all this. And if you want, they said if you want to do it within the media, okay, get views, okay, but don't get physical or try to hurt a player. I agree with that. And then Aiden said about the Justin Jefferson, my boy CeeDee Lamb of the Dallas Cowboys is about to get a huge bag from the Cowboys. He better, because he deserves it. He better get that bag. He definitely better get that bag because he deserves it. Guess who decided to join the live?
Who?
Danielle, my girlfriend. CK says, "Hey babe, you're doing great. I'm proud of you. I appreciate it, babe. Love you. I'll see you when you get home." That's awesome. See, I like that. That's cool. Then another chat we said, is there a current NBA player that can build a global face for the NBA for decades to come, like LeBron or Jordan did? I'm
Luka.
gonna. Yeah, I probably would go.
Luka.
Matt said Luka. I'm gonna go with Luka or Anthony Edwards.
Luka.
I think Luka or Anthony Edwards. I think both of them. I would have said John Moran, but this motherfucker cannot. TikTok, don't ban me, please. This freaking hellhole cannot stay on the court, injury-wise or personal reasons. So, and then Kobe should be in there with LeBron and Jordan, because those three guys, I mean, who doesn't have?
Oh yeah, Kobe's definitely up there.
Kobe's, LeBron, and Jordan are the three most influential brands when it comes to basketball shoes of all time. It's not even close. And then you got Curry, the fourth. I got Curry at 4. So
Curry's up there.
I got Curry at 4, and then Kyrie would probably be my 5th.
Kyrie's another.
I got those are the top 5 shoes when it comes to like big brands, big names that can continue.
You could throw Giannis up there too.
I don't like. Nah, fuck that. Giannis, no. KD's is up there.
Yeah,
I would say KD's.
Kevin Durant.
You could put Luka and Anthony Edwards right now. They don't have they're not like huge because they haven't had as many shoes. They only have 2 shoes. One shoe, Edwards, for Luka. But they're getting there. Do I make a case for KD? We just went over that. I like KD. Wemby, that could be something.
Wemby could be something, but he's only. This is going to be a sophomore year.
He hasn't came out with a shoe yet. I don't know, man.
Wemby, we gotta. Wemby's hard because he's a very flexible player. We know that he's a jack of all trades. There's not one thing that is really bad about his game. I mean, it's just that his biggest threat is himself.
Yeah, pretty much. I would say, yeah.
He can only mess it up. And he's a good kid.
He's a great kid. He's a nice kid.
Heard stories about him. We've heard him drawing pictures for the announcers after the games.
Yeah, he's
doing little sketches. He's a character.
Yeah, that's what you have to be if you want to succeed in the NBA. You got to be.
It's gonna be great to see what Wemby does.
Nah. One of our guys in the chat said, "Can he sustain and play as long as Bron and Kobe and Jordan?" No.
We don't know.
I don't think so. I just think
that's not. Well, hold up, Zach. That's a good question because we're not going to know the answer because we have to see what happens. 1 and 2. We also don't know what's going to happen with modern medicine.
That's true, too. Yeah,
modern medicine, Klay Thompson and Kevin Durant came back from some of the worst injuries 20 years ago. You'd have to retire immediately.
But Klay Thompson is not the same.
But obviously, Klay's not the same player, but he's still playing.
AD is the same player. He's actually better.
Yeah, AD,
he got better.
Davis. I think Vince Carter had a bad injury too at one point with his knee.
Vince Carter, he had years already through.
Yeah, he was already in the league, but still, he still had a long career after he had a knee injury.
Oh hell yeah!
Like a knee injury that was a threat.
Personally, Wemby, I just think can get there, but
I think the most amount of years he could probably play is probably 16 or 17.
I'll go 15.
I said I'm saying max with modern medicine, all that.
Oh, max. Okay, 17. Okay, yeah, I can agree with that. But
So I can see him going
lowest,
and if he is as great of a player, and if he does, if not, then I can see him going at least 8 seasons, at least.
Really? Wow. Okay.
At least, because
I'll go 10 at least.
He knows that he's very he's got an awkward frame for a person. Like no one is normally that tall.
Yeah, no, not even close. Not even close.
So it's definitely awkward for him. So he's definitely, I would say he's definitely got to be cautious with himself more.
Yeah, without a doubt. One of his he said, I'll admit that fact that Kevin Durant came back from a torn Achilles is crazy, and let alone still compete at a high level. It is crazy, but that's just who Kevin Durant is. He's the Slim Reaper. He's the cerebral assassin. That's why he's called that, because he'll come back from an injury and still rip your heart out anytime he gets.
I mean, even Kobe came back from it too. I mean, obviously he wasn't still the same player he was, but he
dropped 60 after the year.
Dropped 60 on his last game.
Yeah, I mean,
that was the craziest thing.
No one has done that in
NBA history for me.
No one has done that in the NBA.
No, that was literally the craziest day.
You know who's going to do that though? Who's the only player that can maybe get there at the age of the age?
LeBron.
This is the only person. I'm telling you, his last game of his season. If it's not in the NBA,
he's gonna go, bro. I think
he's gonna try to go.
He's going for 70 at least.
Yeah, no, I'm dead serious. If it's not the last game is not in the NBA Finals or not trying to win a championship,
he's going for 70.
He's gonna go for like 60, 70.
I mean, that's what you have to do, though.
Dude, if he goes and tries to beat Kobe's 81-point performance on his last,
I thought Luka was gonna do it this year when I threw on that game.
Oh yeah, dude! I was like, "Holy crap, dude!" He's not even taking.
I was like, bro, and it was on the same day. It was on the same day that Kobe died.
What up, Luke? Who I got winning it all? I'm gonna take the Mavericks. I don't think the Celtics have enough to guard Kyrie or Luka Doncic. I don't think anybody. And then the supporting cast is too good. And if they stay the way they've been playing all throughout the playoffs and throughout the regular season after the All-Star break, it's going to be wraps. I'm going to respect the Celtics. I got Mavs in 6.
Mavs in 7 for me.
It's either Mavs 6 or 7. It's going to be that type of series. I said that for the Rangers and Panthers, and look what happened, 6 or 7. So
Daniel Gafford is so underrated. You guys.
Oh, Gafford is the Gafford and PJ Washington, the X factor. If they are doing what they have to do,
and they're going to regardless.
Lively too. Lively's great. Derek Jones Jr. has come around and hit some big monster shots when they needed to.
Mavs got pieces.
They do have pieces. They have pieces all over the place. They have Tim Hardaway Jr. coming off the bench. He's playing like ass. Like, he's not even playing good. And we all know how good Tim Hardaway Jr. can play. His shooting ability is off the charts. He just cannot get out of the funk. Just imagine if he could. That would be nuts. But we're going to be talking more about that on Wednesday for our show, because Thursday is the first day of the NBA Finals. So we'll be talking more about that. Yes, Hardaway's playing only 5 minutes a game, and they're still winning. Just imagine
Zach, if you want.
Physically and great.
If you want, Zach, I got an idea, on the pod, since we're live and all that. How about we do a live reaction to Game 1 of the Finals?
I'm down with that. It's on a Thursday. Do I have anything? No. I don't have nothing on Thursday night.
No, it's at 8:30, so it'll be at night, too.
Yeah. So, guys,
we're going to be going on live. We'll be going live we'll do the TikTok, and then we'll do the YouTube. We'll also go live.
Yeah, I'll have them both. I have one on my computer.
We'll do a live reaction to the game.
Yeah, I have the one on my computer, and I'll have it on my phone. So
if you want, Zach, maybe we could do this in person.
Ooh, that would be cool.
Person? I think I can. If you want, I can come over Thursday.
The problem is Thursday. He's Kevin's sleeping. They got the parents. They got work in the morning. But but Jonathan's probably coming over tonight after my men's league game. So I think we can work that out. I'll keep you posted. It's at 8:30, so it's not too late. So it will end at like 11 o'clock. So it's not that. It's not like it's a 10:30 game and ends at 1:30 in the morning. One of our guys in the chat said that would be fire. So yeah, we're gonna be going on live on YouTube and TikTok on Thursday at 8:30 for Game 1 of the NBA Finals between the Dallas Mavericks and the Boston Celtics. If you guys want to join the live on Thursday or in the next 5 minutes left on our show, just let me know. Send it in. I'll get you guys on the live right now, and we can talk what your thoughts on it. But we'll be live. Matt most likely will be in person, and we'll be able to get that there. So catch you guys there. But let's finish off. Any last segments or parts when it comes to the NBA and WNBA? Has Caitlin Clark changed both games and have really pushed all NBA players to really take a look? Like, these women, they know what they're doing. They should be paid a lot more, maybe from the WNBA as in general.
You know, maybe we ought to pay attention to them a little more. You know,
Maybe I think we should.
Maybe they should. Maybe they deserve respect for what they're doing for their work, just like we respect everyone else for doing their own work and craft.
Exactly. I think we should.
It's the same thing. They're just doing their job, and they love their job.
Without a doubt. So let's move on. We're going to finish off our last 5 minutes. We're going to end at 30 minutes, cap it off for our show. But let's go over the NHL Finals matchup. So we had the Oilers close out the Stars last night in a dramatic fashion. The Oilers now are going to playing the Panthers in the NHL Stanley Cup Finals. It's not indeed of what I thought it was going to be. Now, do I think that do the Panthers deserve it? Hell yeah, they beat my Rangers. I said they were the better team. They dominated us in the regular season. They dominated us in that series. We probably should have been swept. Should have probably never even won those 2 games because they were winning that game and we were getting dominated. We just had some lucky stuff. And sometimes you need luck to get past those things. But the luck ran out in Game 6 when we were held to only 1 goal, and that came with about 40-something seconds left in the game. And that was literally the same thing that happened in Game 5. The Panthers are just a better team. They're bigger, they're stronger, they're faster, they're more physical. They wanted it more. And you saw it in Game 5 and 6. The Panthers wanted it more, and that's exactly what happened. The Oilers and Stars, Connor McDavid, he wanted it. He wanted to get to that finals, and exactly what he did, powered the Oilers past the Stars, where both the Stars and the Rangers, they had all games. They could have won all of them. The Stars had a shot in Game 1 where they dropped it. They were up 3-0, and they lost 4-3. So you can't do that. The Rangers had another time. They were up 2-1. They let them tie the series. They let them win in Madison Square Garden, and then they went back home to Florida. And the only way that we won in 7 games, if the Rangers win in 7, is that if we would have won Game 5 in Madison Square Garden to go up 3-2, we would have went to Florida. We would have lost in Florida, been 3-3, and then Game 7 would have been back in Madison Square Garden. That was the only way we were going to win that series. When we went down 3-2 going back to Florida, it was going to be ridiculously hard. Can't blame it on Shesterkin. Shesterkin played out of his mind. He was the only consistent player on this whole playoff season, playoff run. Was only Shesterkin, but the Panthers, they just dominated every team they faced. It wasn't even close. The Bruins, even though they took them far, they just dominated the crap out of them. I mean, the series for the Panthers, for both games, they won against the Lightning in 5. They beat the Bruins in 6. They beat the Rangers in 6. They just have been playing much better than everybody. Even the Oilers are going to have a problem. The Oilers won in 5. They won.
I think I heard something about the Oilers that this is like one of their probably better years ever as a franchise.
Oh no, this is their best season they've ever had.
Yeah. So just want to say congratulations to them. I mean,
congrats to both teams. Panthers.
I'm sure that fan base is very due for that.
Yeah, without a doubt. It is what it is. I mean, the Oilers, they deserved it. They played it well enough. They had a tough series against the Canucks where they won in 7. Thought the Canucks would have got that. And then on top of that, they played the number 1 team in the Western Conference bracket in the Stars, and they beat the crap out of the Stars, as well as the Panthers. The Panthers played the Rangers. The Rangers rolling all year. The only team that gave them hardship and problems were the Panthers in the regular season. We were 0-2 against them, and then we come into the playoffs, and we lose 4 out of the 6. So it is what it is. But congratulations to both teams. They both deserve to be there, as well as the Dallas Mavericks and the Celtics. Both teams there deserve. There's really no thing. The only thing I have with the Celtics is they had every team in the Eastern Conference had somebody hurt. The Heat, the Bucks, the Pacers, the Cavs. The only team that wasn't hurt was the Magic. Every team, even the play-in tournament teams, every team had one of their stars hurt. The only team that didn't have a star hurt was the Magic, and they pushed the Cavs to the brink. And the Cavs only won because they had Donovan Mitchell, and then the Celtics played them, and that was it. What was your thoughts on that, Matt? Well, you had something to say? What's up?
I don't actually. I think who do you got winning the Stanley Cup? I think that's what I was going to ask you.
Stanley Cup. My second favorite team is the Florida Panthers. Because of my girlfriend's brother Kevin and my girlfriend's dad Steven. They both are Florida Panthers fans. Their first favorite team is the Devils, which I hate.
Got you.
But their second favorite team is the
Devils.
Panthers. Yeah, I know. You guys suck. The Panthers. But my second favorite team.
Trade your state. That's all I'm gonna say.
I know. But the second favorite team for me is the Panthers because of just the way they play. I like their physical. Last year, I was the only person that thought that they could make it to the Stanley Cup Finals, and they did. I also was the only person that said they're going to repeat and be back competing almost to the Stanley Cup Finals. I knew they would have to play the Rangers, and I said that if the Rangers lose, the Rangers lose. I'm just going to be a Panthers fan, and they're going to win it. I think the Panthers have the better team. I think they're going to win it. I got them winning it in 7. I think this series goes 7 to close it out. What do you got?
I'm not really a hockey guy. I won't lie. I'm not gonna lie, but you know what? From what I've been hearing, I'm gonna go with the Oilers in 7.
All right, cool. So I got Tampa.
I don't know if that's a bad pick. I don't know.
No, you got Connor McDavid, one of the best players in the NHL. So they're whatever.
There you go.
But the Panthers
was he the points leader?
Huh?
Was he the points leader?
No. Matthews had like 70 goals.
Okay.
The guy from Toronto Maple Leafs, he had like almost 70 goals. But Bobrovsky for the goal.
Because isn't it the way it works? It's what
it's points and goals, assists.
And it's points, goals, and assists, right? And that's it.
Yeah.
And but when you get an assist and when you score a goal, that goes towards your points, correct?
Yes.
Okay.
So,
I just wanted to make sure I was correct on that.
Connor McDavid is like one of the best skilled players in the NHL. His goal making ability is off the chains. So they have a good shot. But Bobrovsky, which is the goalie for the Panthers, is all world. He's like, to me, Shesterkin showed, the Rangers goalie, showed that he's the best goalie in the NHL. I don't give a flying F who the hell says a thing. He's the best goalie in the NHL. Second is Bobrovsky. The guy from Tampa Bay is third. And that's the top 3 right there in the NHL. It's not even close. Those are the top 3. And if you got a problem with that, come see me. We'll have a debate, and I'll just show you every statistical category in the playoffs why Shesterkin is the best goalie in the league. Because this man had 90, 70, and like 65 shots thrown on him, and shots on goal were over 40 in some of these games, and he was letting up less than 3 goals a game up until one series against the Panthers, which was I think we won, which was game 4, where we won 5-4 in overtime. So that was the only time he let over 3 goals in Madison Square Garden in a playoff game. So that just shows he's one of the best. We have more chats. You have a great voice for sports, Royal Talk. Shows like you Get Up.
Zach definitely has the voice
talk
for it.
Shows like Get Up or Sports Center. I appreciate that, my brother. Thank you.
Zach's definitely made for this. That's for sure.
Also, great knowledge on a variety of sports. Man, this guy's a G.
You know what? Speaking of that, Zach, I wanted to bring this up to you. I was going to actually talk to you about this when it ended, but now that someone brought this up, I was thinking. Well,
there's no one in the
I'm just branching out here. So you know how I went to that event the other day?
The baseball cards thing?
No. At MetLife.
Oh, the Monster Jam?
Yeah, I was thinking maybe we could talk more about that because that is a motorsport.
That's true.
And
how about this?
And I have a lot of knowledge about it. I want to be very flexible. That's what I strive to be. I strive to be a very flexible person. So I want to know if you wanted to add on that. So maybe we can attract more audiences.
Yeah, I like that. I mean, I think that's pretty cool. Swipe left to close. Swipe left. Oh, I like that. But let's talk about that on Wednesday. How about that?
Okay, sounds good. Sounds good.
That'll be
I
one
just
of our
want to bring that
segments.
up real quick.
Yeah, I like that. That will be one of our segments on Wednesday. But yeah, guys, that's pretty much it for our show here today on the Fire Sports Pod. I'm your host, Zach Jackson, here with my co-host, Matt Adenor.
Yep.
Matt is back on the show and hopefully to be more consistent than ever. And we're going to
Trying
be
to.
off this summer. Can't wait. But we are basically currently 35 minutes into our show, and that will be it. We are powered by StreamYard. Don't forget to check out StreamYard. It's a great knowledgeable source when it comes to trying to do a podcast or just in talking in general. It's better than Zoom, I believe. It's better than all these things because you don't have to pay for crap, and you can actually do over an hour segment or video or show, whatever you want to do, and it's really well. So I don't pay for nothing. I just add people on, and you just download. It's free. So get onto StreamYard because it's the real deal. But yeah, that's pretty much it, guys. I'm your host, Zach Jackson. Like again, co-host Matt Applemore. And I will be catching you guys on Wednesday. We are on season 3, episode 28 on Wednesday. This is season 3, recap Monday, episode 27. Peace out, guys. Have a great rest of your Monday afternoon.
Take care, guys.